Everyone, Reddy Linx here. And welcome back to another Choose Your Own Adventure live stream. Some guests will be joining us shortly. The book we'll be reading today is Tick Tock, You're Dead, which seems like it will involve some time travel-esque capay, if you know what I mean. Alright. For those of you who are new to this series, basically, I'll read the book out loud, and me and some guests will try to get one good ending with 3 tries. So if we get 2 bad endings, then that's okay. But the 3rd ending, that's it. So this is number 2 in the series. More than 20 different endings. You guys in the chat can also intervene too. If we get to a choice in the book, you guys can decide which way to go. So, yeah. Topsy-Turvy has joined.
Hey man.
Hey, Topsy-Turvy.
Yeah. Nice profile, by the way. Hey man, by the way.
It's okay, we're just about to start the book.
Oh, that's nice. Wait, so TikTok you're dead? Yeah.
Yep. Alright. Now I'm gonna read the Beware page, and let's get started. Beware. Do not read this book from beginning to end. Your little brother Denny runs off by himself in the huge museum of natural history. You try to find him, but instead you discover the laboratory of the strange Dr. Peebles. The scientist volunteers you to test his new time machine. Wow, you think, I'm going to be the first time-traveling kid ever! Then Denny runs right into the machine and vanishes. Well, your brother's not lost in the museum anymore. Now he's lost in time. You have to find him. Again. But where? In the distant past, where fierce dinosaurs roam? Or the medieval times, battling with knights and wizards? Maybe in the future, where robots rule over humans? The one thing you know for sure is, you must find Denny in 2 hours or he'll be lost forever. You're in control of this scary adventure. You decide what will happen and how terrifying the scares will be. Start on page 1, then follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. You make the choices. So, take a deep breath. Cross your fingers. And turn to page 1 to give yourself goosebumps. So it looks like we're on the hunt for our younger brother Denny, who's going through each periods of time.
Yeah. Sounds reasonable.
Alright, let me just put this in the chat. And also, huge shout out to Hoppy Hopscotch 22 for this new PFP. Alright. Keep in mind of this. Alright. Starting on page 1, right now. What a crummy vacation. You, your little brother Denny, and your parents have come to New York City for Christmas vacation. You thought you'd get to do a lot of cool things, like visit the Statue of Liberty, ride at the top of the Empire State Building, and ice skate at Rockefeller Center. Instead, your parents are museum freaks. It's entertaining, your mom says as she drags you into the Museum of Natural History. I've been there, actually, fun fact. It's boring, you say. But no one listens, and the worst part is you're supposed to be in charge of your little red-haired brother, Denny. Only Denny doesn't want anyone to be in charge of him. You're not the boss of me, he keeps saying. You follow your parents to the Museum of Natural History. At first, it is kind of interesting. You really like dinosaurs. Wait till you see what's in this room, your mom cries. Go to page 2. You rush to the next room, expecting something exciting, but your mom is standing in front of a sundial. Isn't this wonderful? She exclaims. An exhibit on time. Great, you think. A whole room full of clocks. Boring. Then Denny gives you a karate kick in the back of the leg. Ow! Stop it! You're not the boss of me, he says smugly. Yes, I am, you reply, punching him in the arm. He whines and complains to your parents. You can't win. I'm thirsty, Denny says. Now, you can see he's eaten almost half a bag of gummy bears in less than a minute. Can you find a drinking fountain for Denny, dear? Your mom asks without taking her eyes off a grandfather clock. Come on, you grab Denny's hand, but Denny pulls away and runs off down a hallway. You follow him. The hallway twists and turns. There's no sign of either Denny or a water fountain. But near the end of the hall, you see a sign on a door. Warning. Dangerous experiment inside. This door must be kept locked at all times. Go on to page 3. Dangerous experiment? What does that mean? You wonder. You notice that the door is slightly open. Oh no, Denny must have run in here, you think. You push the door open wider and peek in. There's no sign of Denny. A tall, skinny man with long white hair tied in a ponytail is bent over a computer. The computer is hooked up to a big, strange-looking clock. Between the computer and the clock is a large square contraption that looks like a picture frame. You can hear the computer and the clock beeping and pinging. It's about time you got here, the tall man says, straightening up. I'm Dr. Peebles. You must be the volunteer. Actually, you start to say, I'm looking for. There's no time to waste, Dr. Peebles interrupts. I'm ready to start the experiment. Come on over. Well, here, he says. He places a chain around your neck. On the end of the chain is something that looks like a stopwatch. A very, very odd stopwatch, with a complicated looking dial and 4 big knobs. Are you ready? Dr. Peebles asks. Turn to page 4. Ready for what? You ask. Why, to time travel, of course, he replies. You're the first human in history to use my traveling chronometer. Chronometer? You echo. What's that? He points to the stopwatch around your neck. I don't have time, you start to say, but he interrupts again. Of course you have time, Dr. Peebles goes on. It doesn't matter how long you remain in the past or future. When you return to the present, it will be the same moment that you left. It will be as if you weren't gone at all. How does it work? You ask, pointing to the stopwatch. It's easy, says Dr. Peebles. Press the button on the left to travel into the past. Press the button on the right for the future. To return to the present, press the top button and the bottom button at the same time. Cool, you think? What if this guy's invention really works? Traveling in time would be awesome. There's no time to waste, Dr. Peebles says. I'm ready to begin this experiment. Hurry to page 5. You think for a moment. Dr. Peebles obviously believes you're someone else, but a trip through time sounds like a lot of fun. More fun than staring at crummy old bowls all day. And since you'll return at the exact time you left, you'll still be able to find Denny and return to your parents before they know anything is wrong. On the other hand, Denny could get into a lot of trouble very fast, and your parents will blame you if anything happens. Make a decision now. Do you want to travel in time, or should you look for your brother first? Alright, we're given a choice. Choose to volunteer for Dr. Peebles' experiment, or be better off to stay and look for Denny.
Hmm. I don't know. Should we do it? Because that's basically the whole book. We go back in time to save him. Hmm.
Or we go forward in time.
Yeah, true. Hmm.
So it's obvious.
Yeah.
We're gonna volunteer. Even though we're clearly not the person that he is expecting,
Yeah, exactly. We have to go.
volunteer for Dr. Peebles' experiment.
Hmm.
I'm ready to time travel through time, you tell Dr. Peebles. Good, the white-haired man replies. He punches some numbers into the computer keyboard. The computer starts to hum. The square door between the clock and the computer fills with a strange shimmering glow. The chronometer is almost ready, the scientist says, pointing to the frame. I only need to adjust. But before he can continue, you hear pounding footsteps. You turn to see Denny racing toward you. Denny! You cry. He's heading straight for the chronoport. You can't go in there! You're not the boss of me! Denny yells. He runs straight through the glowing frame. There's a soft pop before he disappears completely. Oh no! Dr. Peebles cries. You went through before I made the final settings! If you don't bring him back within 2 hours of real time, he'll disappear in timelessness forever! Race on to page 47. What? You cry. You stare at the scientists. Your parents are going to ground you for life if you lose Denny. You'll have to travel in time to find him, Dr. Peebles tells you. I gotta make those adjustments to the chronoport so you don't disappear in timelessness too. You stare at the scientist as he fiddles with the time machine. You can't believe it. This guy is really serious. When you find your brother, Dr. Peebles goes on, you must be touching each other before you use the chronometer. Otherwise, the device will bring you only one of you back. No problem, you say. But where did Denny go? The future or the past? There's no way to know whether he's gone forward in time or back, Dr. Peebles replies. You'll have to guess. You touch the chronometer around your neck. It be it begins measuring real time. The moment Denny disappeared. Already the seconds are ticking by. You have to decide, are you more likely to find Denny in the past or in the future? Alright, we're given our first real choice in the book. Travel
Mm-hmm.
into the past or into the future.
Ooh. Hmm. Okay,
Well,
wait, what's...
it's basically saying like, are you do it's basically saying, do we like, are you more likely to travel into the past or do you travel into the future?
Mm, I'm gonna... I mean, future's part... Wait, past probably makes more sense, but... Wait, what's the future? What... If we do go to the future, what did it say about it again?
It said something about robots taking over Earth. Past
Ooh.
we would be facing like dinosaurs or medieval
Yeah.
knights.
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
I think the past seems more like a reliable choice, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. It's more established. It's more
So we're
like...
going into the past.
Yeah, no objections. What's it?
All right, let's
Go,
go to the
ask away.
past.
Hmm.
I'll look for my brother in the past, you tell Dr. Peebles. The scientist replies. He punches another set of numbers into the computer. Now step right through the chronoport, Dr. Peebles instructs you, and good luck. You approach the shimmering frame and enter it. You feel a strange tingling sensation. Everything appears hazy as if you're underwater. A second later, you see two paths ahead in the mist. Wow! At the end of the left hand path, you squint to see a tall stone castle in the distance. A knight in shiny armor on a white horse rides towards it. At the end of the right-hand path, there's a swamp with tall, strange-looking trees towering over it. Moving among the trees, can it be a dinosaur? Which path did your brother choose? Which one will you take? Quick, decide. Alright, we can either run towards the knight or check out the dinosaur.
Ooh. Uh, I don't
The
know. I
dinosaur
think.
seems like a cool Jurassic Park kind of thing.
Yeah. Jurassic Park before Jurassic Park.
I mean, do you have any objections?
Not really. They both seem like good options, but like, uh, it depends because like for like if we follow the night, we obviously have more protection, but there's a chance you can be like accused of something or like of the time. Like we could be like charged with something we didn't do or like something like they believed in the time. If we go to like the Jurassic or whatever they call it, like it's just dangerous galore,
Well, I
I
mean,
guess.
the only real like threat we would have to face would be like carnivorous dinosaurs like a T-Rex. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not as threatening if you hold very still.
Mm,
I think the
yeah.
dinosaurs are more reliable to survive than
Yeah.
because the knight could probably think we're just someone else and could possibly execute us. I say we go for the dinosaurs.
Yeah, you have a point. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. It's
All right,
probably safer.
dinosaurs. Denny loves dinosaurs. You decide to explore the swamp where you saw the dinosaur. You're sure Denny went that way. As you move toward the swamp, tall fern-like vegetation surrounds you. You feel sick into the your feet sink into the thick, mucky water. Through the trees, you can see huge shapes moving about. Real dinosaurs. Cool, you think. This is just like Jurassic Park, only better. The dinosaurs are red, blue, green, and lavender, as colorful as birds. Some dinosaurs are the size of dogs and cats. Other dinosaurs are bigger than a house. They're all munching on leaves and weeds. You're about to move closer, then a tremendous noise shakes the ground. The trees sway as the rumbling grows louder and louder. What's happening? You peer through the giant ferns toward a grassy plain. Your eyes grow wide. You can't believe it. Lumbering toward you is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. If you dare, go on to page 65. The huge Tyrannus the huge T-Rex towers over the other dinosaurs. It's bigger than you ever imagined. Its teeth are as long and sharp as carving knives. The enormous creature lets out a roar and it crosses the grassy plain. You freeze. Your heart pounds in terror. The other dinosaurs all start to run away. But one, who was grazing on ferns, is slower than the others. The T-Rex easily catches up to it and tears off the small dinosaur's head in one bite. Then the T-Rex swings its head and starts stares straight at you. You take off as fast as you can. The Tyrannosaurus follows closer and closer. Ahead, there's a swampy patch of land. You race toward it. Something small is sitting in the middle of the swamp. It's Denny. But what's he doing? Why isn't he moving? You glance back over your shoulder. The dinosaur is still right behind you. Denny! You call out. Run! I can't! He yells back. I'm stuck in quicksand! Help your brother on page 110. You reach the swamp and grab Denny's hands. With all your might, you pull, but Denny is completely stuck. You pull Denny again. This time he panics. He grabs wildly at you. The chronometer flies off the chain around your neck and into the mud. Now the T-Rex is only a few yards away. Its terrible face is so close you can see its sharp, pointed teeth and smell its hot, stinky breath. The dinosaur roars, shaking at the nearby trees. You yank Denny one more time with a loud plop. He's freed from the quicksand, but now the T-Rex is only a few feet away. It opens its mouth wide and stretches its fierce claws around you. Frantically, you look around for the chronometer. You've got to get back to the present, but there's no trace of the stopwatch. It's been it's been sunk into the mud. Should you try to dig the chronometer out of the muck or try to run away from the T-Rex? Which which will you choose? All right, we're given a choice. Dig in the quicksand for the chronometer or run away from the T-Rex.
Run. Huh.
Yeah, the
We
clear
have to run.
solution here is to run away.
No, it's prioritize. I think we should we should prioritize. Ah, we should. I think we should like focus on ourselves more.
Yeah, yeah, we should run away because if we dig in the muck, it's giving it a chance to get
Yeah.
closer and eat us.
Yeah. Exactly. That.
Yeah, run
Well, I mean,
away.
yeah, we can go back. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll run away.
Yeah.
You've got to get away from the fierce Tyrannosaurus. You grab Denny's hand and take off through the trees. The dinosaur chases you, but it's too big to lift easily between the trees. You and Denny zig one way and zag another. Finally, the two of you crouch down behind a thick tree trunk. You both gasp for air. In the distance, you see the Tyrannosaurus. It glances all around. At, at last, it lets out a defeated sounding roar and ambles away. Way to go, Denny shouts. You and your brother high five each other. Now all you gotta do is go back to the swamp and find the chronometer. But which direction is it? You've done so much twisting and turning, you aren't sure where the swamp is. Luckily, Denny seems to remember the way. You follow him through the forest and finally come to the swampland. As you rush over to the pool of quicksand, all you can think about is the time ticking by. How much longer before Denny disappears forever? Turn to page 12. You reach into the pool of quicksand and feel around for the chronometer. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake violently. Under your feet, the earth sways, and a deafening rumble fills the air. What's going on? You yell to Denny. Smoke pours out of the top of a nearby mountain. A volcano! You shout. A second later, the top of the volcano blows off. Red hot lava pours out. Even though the volcano is at least a half a mile away, you can feel the heat against your skin. Large rocks, glowing white hot, begin to land in the swamp like bombs. Watch out! Denny shrieks. Duck! You cover your head and throw yourself on the ground. Whomp! A rock just misses you. It splashes into the mud and throws up a shower of mud and water and something shiny. Could it be? Yes, it's the chronometer. Quickly, you crawl over and scoop it up. It's covered with mud. Desperately, you feel for the buttons on the side of the chronometer. Your fingers close on two of them. Press the buttons on page 96. You press the button under your middle finger and immediately feel a tingling sensation. When it stops, you're standing near small trees in the distance. In the distance, long-necked dinosaurs are grazing on some plants. Dinosaurs? How far back in time have you gone? You don't have time to think about it when Denny says, Look at these weird rocks. Denny's standing next to six round speckled boulders. They're not rocks, you realize. They're eggs. Dinosaur eggs. As you stare at the rocks, you hear a steady tapping sound. Then one of them begins to crack. Wow, cry. I think the egg's about to hatch. I want to do something else, Denny whines. I'm bored. He grabs the chronometer and runs off. Denny, come back! You scream, but he keeps running. You're going to have to go after him. But if you do, you'll miss the coolest thing that's happened since you got here. What should you do? Alright, we're given a choice. Sit and
Hmm.
watch the baby dinosaurs hatch, or chase after Denny.
Oh. Hmm. Oh, that's a hard one.
Um,
He's not. He's. Mm,
I guess this kid has a death wish or something.
yeah, yeah. Danny's deaf. Yeah, because look, we saved him once. I think we should focus on ourselves. Like I said, I think because he's definitely a troublemaker of some kind. Like he's not.
And he's very bratty and whiny because
Yeah,
he
he's
keeps saying we're not the boss of him.
yeah. He's very dramatic. I guess you can say.
And plus, why? I'm not even gonna bother watching the eggs hatch. I could just watch eggs hatch on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. But these are dinosaur eggs, and like these are from the past and stuff. So you know.
Well, what if it's not a dinosaur that pops out?
Yeah, good point.
I say
What
we
if?
go after Denny.
Yeah, look. I mean,
Because
look.
what if he goes into the future and we have no way of getting back ourselves?
Yeah, exactly. We are focusing on him. We are trying to
Yeah, we
save him
need the
after.
chronometer.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I say let's go after Denny.
Yeah.
You take off after your brother, but by the time you reach the tree where you last saw him, he's gone. Then something on the ground near the tree catches your eye. It's the chronometer. But where's Denny? And why did he leave the chronometer behind? You scoop up the device and run your finger over the buttons. Denny said he wanted to do something else. He was probably bored with the past and decided to go to the future. You quickly press the button on the right and feel a tingling sensation. A purple mist surrounds you. Everything turns blurry. You close your eyes, hoping your dizziness will pass. You open your eyes again and blink twice. A futuristic looking city looms in the distance. Enter the city on page 101. Alright, I'm gonna have a sip of drink.
Sure, man. Same actually.
Alright, let's check out this futuristic city. You decide to go toward the futuristic city. All around you are buildings made of shiny metal and glass. Cars with wings fly above your head. The streets are empty and clean, with no litter. Not even a gum wrapper. Is this New York in the future? It certainly looks different from the one you're visiting in the present. You're about to start looking for Denny when a hand closes on your shoulder in an icy grip. Human, a hollow sounding voice says. You're under arrest. You whirl around, gripping your shoulder. Gripping your shoulder is a shiny metal robot with a policeman's badge welded to its chest. The robot's face is emotionless, and it's holding something that looks like a laser gun. No wonder everything is so clean and quiet, you think. The city is run by machines. Don't you know that humans aren't allowed out in the streets? The robot demands. I come from another place, you quickly reply. I don't know your rules. Please give me another chance. That's for the judge to decide, the robot says. Come with me. Here on page 89. We are being arrested for being a human in a robot city.
Despite creating them, that's weird.
You follow the robot into a big glass-walled building. He leads you to a courtroom. A shiny robot dressed in black sits behind a tall desk. The judge, you realize. You are accused of appearing in the streets, human, the judge says. How do you plead? Guilty, Your Honor, you say. But I didn't. Silence! The, the judge cuts you off. There are no excuses for punishment. You may have your choice. Will you be sentenced to school or to the zoo? School? The zoo? What kind of punishment is this? To find out, make a choice now. Alright, we're given a choice. Be sent to the zoo or be sent to school.
Hmm. Oh. Okay, that's
Wait,
interesting.
wait a minute. Something's fishy here.
The school. Yeah, the Oh, I know what they mean by school.
Wait, what if by the what they mean by zoo. Like, we're not just
Human
going to the
zoo.
zoo, we're gonna be an animal in the zoo!
We're animals, and also if we go to the school, that they're gonna try. I know that that's just their name for brainwash place.
Well, what if we go to the zoo and we're not just gonna look at animals, we're gonna be one of the animals?
Yeah, exactly. Uh, I mean, we get fed. It's safe, but you know.
Yeah, but we would have no way of getting back, and
Yeah, exactly.
that's clearly an ending, if you ask
Yeah,
me.
I think school, but then there's a chance we get brainwashed. So, I
I
don't know.
say, let's. Alright, I'm just gonna screw it and go to school.
Yeah, so I don't inject. I think I agree actually.
Alright. I choose school, you tell the judge. The robot policeman drags you off to another room in the same building. You're surprised to see that it's a regular classroom with wooden desks, a blackboard, and a computer center. There is also a metal box the size of a closet standing in the front of the room. The desks are filled with human students about your age. We will continue the quiz now, the teacher says in a hollow voice. Anita, what is the capital of Ulaanbaatar? A girl stands nervously. I don't know, she stammers. Then you must enter the fertilizer, the teacher says. The girl bites her fingernails. She goes to the front of the room. She climbs into the metal box. The teacher slams the box shut and presses a button. The box hums, then glows bright green. Then the door swings open. You gasp out loud. Turn to page 36. The girl is gone. Jackson, the teacher goes on, as if nothing has happened. What is 43 million divided by 7.645328? A tall, pale boy stands up. He doesn't answer for a moment, then shakes his head. I don't know, he says. Go into the fertilizer, the, the robot commands. Slowly, Jackson walks to the front of the room. He steps into the box. A moment later, he, too, is gone. Fertilized. You watch in horror as your classmates disappear one by one. In a moment, it will be your turn. You gotta do something, and do it fast. You could use the chronometer to leave the future, but you haven't found Denny. On the other hand, you've always done well in school. Maybe you'll be able to answer the teacher's question. Alright, we're given a choice. Answer the teacher's question or use the chronometer.
Answer the teacher's question then. I don't know. How bad can it
Unless it
be?
unless it's like a question that's impossible, like she gave to Anita and Jackson.
Yeah.
Then again, they don't know we have the chronometer.
Yeah, true. We could.
What if I say we secretly use the chronometer.
Yeah, but what? Okay. But yeah, but there's no way we can go back, right?
Yeah. Wait, we tried to use the chronometer to return, but we just ended up going back in time.
Yeah, exactly. Huh. I.
I s- well, I say we secretly use the chronometer. If this is a life lost, then it's my fault.
Yeah. Well, okay. You honestly have a point. You know, I agree. Fair.
Alright, if this is a life lost, then it's my fault.
Mhm.
You get ready to make your escape from the classroom. You need to find your brother before his time runs out, but it's too dangerous to stay here. Now the robot is questioning the girl sitting in front of you. While she stammers out an answer, you grasp the chronometer. Where should you go? Do you think you might find Denny in a time farther in the future? Or perhaps he's in the past? Maybe you should return to Dr. Peebles' laboratory and ask his help to finding your brother. Whatever you decide to do, choose now. The teacher is about to question you. We're given three choices.
Oh.
Return to the laboratory for Dr. Peebles' help, seek Denny farther in the future, or look for him in the past.
Hmm.
Alright. Going back to the laboratory, we tried that before and we failed. I don't think that's going to be the right choice.
Yeah.
So we can either future or go back into the past.
Oh, hmm, past or future? Oh. Where would he go though? Because like it's not like he can time travel or anything.
No,
Yeah.
wait, what if we go back into the past and we're not, and we avoid that cop from earlier? What do you think?
That's actually a pretty smart idea. Yeah, yeah, I say that.
Let's go,
Yeah,
let's go back in time and
yeah. That's actually pretty smart, to be honest.
all right, we're going back into the past. You decide your best chance for escape and for finding Denny is to go to the past. The teacher finishes questioning the girl in front of you. Before the teacher gets to you, you press the left-hand button on the chronometer. You feel a tingling sensation and the classroom disappears. The next thing you know, you are standing on a familiar looking sidewalk. Across the street, a robot strolls along, looking in shop windows. Is this the past? This is the same spot where the robot policeman picked you up. But it's nighttime now, you realize a minute later. You've traveled to the past, just not very far back. You hear approaching footsteps, and quickly duck into a doorway. You stay very, very still. Then you feel a hand come down, hard on your shoulder. Turn to page 35. You whirl around. Phew, at least it's a human, and not a robot. Welcome to the city, stranger, the human says. Who are you? I am a traveler from the past, you explain. I'm looking for my brother. You won't find him here, the stranger replies. It's not safe to be on the streets. Come with me. But who are you? You stammer. Later, he whispers. We've got to hide. He leads you to the corner, then down a manhole into the underground tunnel. It's dark, and you can hear water dripping all around you. The tunnel leads to a large room lit with candles and lanterns. Several other humans are inside. Welcome to the rebel stronghold, says the man. I'm Jarmel, the leader of the rebellion. Rebellion? What's this guy talking about? Find out on page 109. You listen as Jarmel explains about the rebellion. The robots were originally created by humans as servants, but gradually their powers grew greater and greater. Eventually they took over. So now the humans are fighting back. Wait, no, so now the humans are fighting back? You ask. Exactly, Jarmel says. We expect the battle to begin any minute. Boom! His words are cut off by a deafening blast. The battle begins on page 10. The battle has started, Jarmel shouts. The domination of machines over people will end. Are you with us or against us? Your words are drowned out by many explosions. The men and women around you grab weapons and are racing down the tunnel. I'm against the robots, you shout to Jarmel. But I have to find my brother. If I don't get back to the present, we'll both be stuck somewhere in time. That's not my problem, Jarmel snaps. You turn away from him. We saw a child a day ago, Jarmel says in a softer tone. Perhaps he was your brother, but he ran off and hid from us. I promise we'll help you. We'll find him. But only after you join us in fighting the robots. Do you agree or not? Think it over carefully. You have only an hour till your time runs out. Can you trust Jarmel to help you find Denny? Or should you go back up to the streets now and look for Denny? Alright, we can either join the rebels or search for Denny now.
I mean, join them. I think. Wait, should we? Huh? Because like,
They're,
what
they're trying to
choices?
they're trying to defeat the robots.
Yeah, but then that's not. But saving us is not their main objective. But what
They
choice do
did
we
say
have?
they would help us find him if we join them.
Yeah.
I say we join them.
Yeah. Same. What choice do we have? Like,
Join
even
the
if.
rebels, join the rebels
Yeah.
or look for Denny.
Yeah. That. Yeah. There's a clear
Well, we
option. We need to join them.
When we defeat the robots, then we look for Denny quickly.
Yeah,
Alright,
makes sense.
alright. Join the rebels. Welcome to the rebel forces, Jarmel cries, shaking your hand. He shows you a map of the city and explains the battle plan. This building beams power to all the robots, he says, pointing to a large plant on the wall. If we can blow up this power plant, the robots will become helpless. Next, Jarmel shows you a small red box. This. Hold on a second.
Hmm? Hey, Dilton.
Alright. This box contains a special explosive, he explains. It must be placed within 3 feet of the power source. You follow Jarmel through the tunnel to a stairway leading to a park. Throughout the trees, you see the power plant. It's a tall, white, completely round building with a large antenna extending from the roof. Jarmel tells you that all entrances are heavily guarded by robots. Since none of the robots will recognize you, you've been chosen to enter the power plant, he says. What? You exclaim. You want me to enter the power plant? Didn't I mention it before? Asks Jarmel. Our entire plan depends on you. Are you ready? Are you? Then turn to page 19. 119. No way, you protest. I'm not going in there. If you want help finding your brother, Jarmel snaps, you better do it. Finally, you agree. What else can you do? Jarmel hands you the red box with the explosives. Remember, you have to place them within 3 feet of the power source. And one more thing, you have only 1 minute to get away before it explodes. How am I supposed to get into the building? You ask. There are 2 ways to get in, Jarmel tells you. One is to find some way to get past the robot guards at the door. No thanks, you mutter. What's the other way? You could crawl into the air duct, Jarmel says. That way you'll avoid the robots. But the ducts are very narrow. Crawling through them could be very, very dangerous. How will you enter the building? Decide carefully. The fate of humans on Earth will depend on your answer. Alright, we're given a choice. Try to fool the guards or crawl into the air duct.
Oh, all right. Um, okay, this is complex. Huh. Oh, okay, so we've broken into this place, right? That's how that is that what
No,
it's.
we're outside the building and deciding how we're gonna get in.
Oh, okay. The vents are probably safer because like these are robots. These are trained. These
Then
are
again, Jarmel did say they are very narrow.
so like stupid in a way.
I Crawling through the air ducts would probably be a good action hero idea.
Yeah, true. Uh, like what about the robot gods though? Are they just there?
I
They're
guess they are.
smart.
They didn't really say that we are disguised as a robot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say vents. I'm sorry, but
All
I'm
right,
gonna say.
let's go through the air ducts. You decide to sneak in through the air duct. Jarmel leads you through the trees to the back of the power plant. The air duct is a small opening near ground level. Slipping the red box of explosives under your shirt, you climb into the opening. You begin to itch your way along the duct. The duct is so small you can scarcely move. As you go further in, the space becomes even tighter. You crawl another foot, then you realize you're stuck. You can't go forward. You can't go back, and your hands are trapped at your sides. You can't even reach the explosives or the chronometer. You're about to yell for help when you hear shouting outside. Whoomp! Laser guns fire. The robots must have found the rebels. The small human is in the air duct, Commander, a robot says. We'll close the air duct so it can't breathe. Clang! The cover of the air duct bangs shut. It looks like you've picked the wrong side in this battle, human. Sadly, your adventure has come to a breathtaking end.
Damn.
What a claustrophobic nightmare.
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
Like
so we should.
not only we got stuck in the air vents, but they also sealed it shut so we can't breathe.
Okay, that's stupid. How? What? Okay. Okay, that. Wait, okay. Well. Okay. So choosing the guards was the right thing.
Alright, well, yeah, let's go
Hmm.
back and try to fool these guards, even though it sounds very stupid.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, what choice do we have?
Alright, well, let's do that instead. Alright. You decide to try to trick the robot guards. You glance at the chronometer. Less than an hour left to find Denny, and return to the present. When you get to the guards, Jarmel says, tell them you have been sent to fix the Rome free baton. I don't know how to say that. It's
Do you want to say it
um,
in chat? I might know.
I'll put it here. So I'll put it in the chat. So
It's
it says this.
Roma from a. Wait. Okay, so it's not backwards. It can't be. Uh, Roma
All
to.
right, I'm just gonna call it Power Core.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it.
Tell them you have been sent to fix the Power Core. It's the central. Alright, it's a. What's that, you ask? It's the central processor for the plant. Jarmel says. Either the guard will believe you and let you through, or he will vaporize you on the spot. Oh, great, you think? No wonder no one else volunteered for this job. Jarmel gives you a pair of white coveralls to put on, and you stick the red box in your pocket. Good luck, he tells you. You take a deep breath and approach the entrance to the power plant. A big metal robot with a laser gun stops you. What do you want, human? It demands. I'm here to fix the power core, you say. The robot hesitates. We've received no report that it was broken. Your stomach lurches. Are you going to be vaporized? Quick, turn to page 48. The robot guard looks you up and down. You keep staring at his gun. The Roma Frampiton? The power core? He repeat. Broken again? The robot, the guard replies. Go on in. You know where it is. Actually, you don't have any idea where the power core is. But you don't care. You're in. A steel walkway leads straight ahead. Next to it, a ladder stretches up. Which way is the power source? Or given a choice. Take the walkway or climb the ladder.
Oh. Okay. All right. When was I don't know? Is it just me or is it when we've done like stuff like walkways? It's always been like rusty or something stupid and we fall.
Yeah,
Like
but at least we're now inside. There's no clear like answer of which one is right or wrong.
yeah, but one's wrong definitely. If I had to bet, it'd be the walkways.
Wait a yeah, I think the walkway is probably crowded.
Yeah, exactly. And even if it was uncrowded, there's a chance it could be rusty, and they never told us that. So like, you know.
Yeah, we should let's climb the ladder.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we're climbing the ladder.
Hmm.
You start up the metallic ladder, making sure that the red box is still inside your pocket. The building is at least 30 stories high. At the top of the steps is a pulsing green glow. The power source, you realize. You climb faster. Soon you're at the top of the ladder. staring at a huge green glowing orb inside a round room with glass panels. The glow is so bright you can hardly see. You look for a way into the room, and finally notice a small door with a sign. Extreme danger. Do not enter. But you have to enter to leave the explosive device, or do you? Jarmel said only that the explosive device needed to be within 3 feet of the power source. He never said it had to be in the same room. Maybe you're already close enough. Decide what to do right now. A robot guard is coming. Or given a choice. Enter the room or place the device against the wall and see what happens. So either go in the room and go in the room or put it outside saying and just think close enough.
Okay. Alright. Ooh, wait, so you can blow open the door. Okay. Or sign.
Yeah, but
Blow up
a
sign.
robot is coming.
Yeah, exactly. Will we have time? Probably not.
I think if we go in there, the robot's gonna come in and lock us in there,
Yeah, exactly.
and
That.
we'll explode with
Yeah.
the power source.
Yeah, remember these things are pretty. These things are really smart. So when one, so even if one of them you destroy one, they're always gonna. There's always gonna be as like 20 of them because they just because I guess they're smart. I don't know. It doesn't explain.
I say we just place it outside and call it close enough.
Yeah, fair.
Alright.
Mhm.
Place it outside and call it close enough. As soon as you place the red box against the wall, it begins ticking. Jarmel said you have 1 minute to escape from the power plant. That's not exactly the time to make it down the ladder. Then you spot a small door behind the ladder, labeled Emergency Exit. You throw yourself toward the exit. You're in a slick chute that leads down. You slide toward the bottom. Holding your breath, will you make it before the plant explodes? Slide on to page 7. Kaboom! You zip on out the bottom of the chute just as the plant blows up. A moment later, you are surrounded by cheering rebels. You did it! Jarmel slaps you on the back. The war isn't over yet, but I'm sure that we will win. Now help me find my brother, you say. I've located him on the spaceship, Jarmel tells you. Some of the rebels sent him there for safety. You have to go there, you say. Jarmel nods and leads you to a small space shuttle. This will take you there, he tells you. Good luck. You say goodbye, then strap yourself into the automated ship. Blast off to page 98. The space shuttle finally docks at a huge orbiting space station. The doors glide open. You walk off the shuttle and enter a corridor. Inside the space station, robots and humans hurry along the walkway. Denny might be here somewhere. But where? A pair of robots wearing security badges stare right at you. All the other humans are wearing bright yellow uniforms. You notice. You better find one right away, before someone tries to stop you. Just ahead is a door marked Supplies. Inside, a pile of freshly launderated uniforms sit on a shelf. Put on a uniform and turn to page 24. Disguised in the uniform, you hurry out of the closet to explore the space station. This place is too cool. Through the windows, you can see thousands of stars. Sophisticated looking computers with colorful lights all scattered all over this place. The chronometer's steady ticking reminds you that time is running out. You better find Denny quickly and get back to the present. You wander through a door and see a sign pointing to something called Teletime. The, then two robots approach. One of them draws a laser. Just ahead is a branch in a corridor. A green sign points to hydroponics, and a purple one points to engine room. Make a choice and start running. Alright, we're given a choice. Do we head
Hmm.
into hydroponics or the engine room?
Oof. Okay. Wait, so hydroponics. So that's like plants.
That's like
That's
plants, or should we
yeah.
go into the engine room?
Ooh. Okay, so wait, so we're in a spaceship now, okay? Or something like that. Space shuttle?
We're in a space station.
Oh, okay, I see. Uh. Oh. Okay, engine room. Okay, I don't know if this is just me, but like, if we stay in the engine room, if something hits the engine room and can't the engine not explode or something? I mean, a bit stupid, but it happens. Yeah,
I mean, should we go into hydroponics or should we
hydroponic.
go hydroponics? Okay.
Yeah, because hydroponics you can get. Oh, wait. Someone just typed in chat. The
Engine room
engine
seems
room.
more important. It also you misspelled important. You said important. It's so yeah. But I mean,
It's okay, my time.
I'm just gonna say I say we go to engine room.
Okay, let's say engine room. Well, look, we have 2 lives left. There's
Yeah,
nothing
we
to
have
lose.
2 lives, so if this is wrong, then we still have one more life.
Hmm.
It's okay, by the way, Scarlet Wraith. Alright. You follow the purple sign and rush into the engine room area. It's cramped with machinery and monitor screens. At the center is a control panel with banks of blinking lights. Next to the control panel is a clear plastic chamber about the size of a car, labeled anti-grav. Inside the chamber is a small figure that's floating and turning in midair. It's Denny. You yank open the door. Denny, you call. We've got to get back to the present right now. I don't want to, he whines. You step into the chamber, but your feet don't touch the floor. There's no gravity here. You're weightless. You get to a you get a funny feeling in your stomach as you start to float around. You grab for your brother, but he easily twists away. You find yourself upside down. If you weren't so worried about returning to your own time, this would be fun. Come on, Denny, you beg. You're not boss of me, he sneers at you. You grab him again and miss, then you glance outside the chamber. A robot guard has his laser gun pointed straight at you. Turn to page 115. Human spies, the robot with the laser gun declares. You are under arrest. You untwist yourself and float out of the chamber. We weren't spying, you protest. We were only silence, the robot snaps. In a panic, you pull out the chronometer and take a glance. You and Denny have got to get home. Please, you beg the robot. I have to get my brother. Explain it to the captain, the robot says. It snatches away the chronometer. No, you scream. Give that back. You grab the chronometer, but the robot holds it beyond your reach. Come along now, it snarls. It clamps its metal claws around your wrist. You too, it adds, reaching for Denny. You can't make me. Denny kicks the robot hard on its metal shin and takes off running. The robot stops for a moment. Can you hear something wiring inside its head? The captain will explain what to do, it mutters. Now come with me. Turn to page 131. You follow the robot to meet the captain. The captain of the ship is a woman, a human woman, but she looks really mean. You, you were caught spying in our street anti-gravity device, in our secret anti-gravity device, she says sternly. The penalty is immediate execution. Now, what do you have to say for yourself? Immediate execution? Somehow you have to get her to understand what you were doing there. But what if she doesn't believe your story? It would be better to pretend you're a new crew member, the space crew, and didn't know better. Decide well, your life depends on it. Are we given a choice to either lie or tell the truth?
Oh, okay. Should we be honest? Because we were just saving our brother here. Come on.
I mean, she is a human, not like she's not a robot.
Yeah, true.
I think it's better if we tell the truth.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Let's just tell the truth. Be honest.
Alright,
You
tell the
know,
truth.
it's gonna make her easier,
Decide
and
to.
then she.
Okay,
Go on. It's
I'm gonna
alright.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh, oh, okay. So like, if we tell the truth, it's gonna make her easier about things, which means she will probably not like try to like attack us or something, whatever, execute us.
Yeah, immediate execution.
Yeah, sounds a bit stupid, but oh well.
Alright, we're gonna tell the truth.
Mhm.
Decide to. Alright, what? Alright, never mind. Decide to try the truth. I'm not a spy, you repeat. I'm not a crew member either. I'm actually a time traveler. Likely story, the captain snarls. If you're a time traveler, prove it. The device your guard took from me. It's a chronometer, you explain. That's how I move from one time to another. The guard hands the chronometer to the captain. She glances at it, then hands it back to you. You quickly slip it under your uniform in case she changes her mind. If you are really from the past, she says to you, what color were the eyes of the Allosaurus? I'm not from that far back, you protest. She sighs. Okay, while I decide what to do with you, wait outside. The guards each take you from your arms and roughly shove you out into the corridor. Turn to page 69. You lean against the wall of the corridor, trying to calm yourself. The only person who can help you find Denny is Dr. Peebles. You try the chronometer from under your uniform and press the top and bottom buttons to return to his laboratory. But you've got to escape before anyone or anything comes after you. But nothing happens. You press the buttons again and nothing happens. Oh no, what will you do now? You glance up and notice the sign pointing to teletime. Maybe it has something to do with time travel. Maybe there's another way to get back to the present. Enter teletime on page 81. You follow the sign to teletime. It's a spacious room full of electronic equipment. A large panel in the center of the room contains dozens of TV monitors. On the monitors, you can see several scenes from the past. Alexander the Great's army, the singing of the Declaration of Independence, the landing on the moon. A robot in a white a robot in a white lab coat watches the monitors and doesn't notice you. Maybe the robot can help you return to your own time. You're about to ask for help when an alarm sounds. Attention, all personnel, a loudspeaker squawks. Be on the lookout for an intruder. The robot scientist whirls around and spots you. He pulls out a laser gun. Explain yourself. What do you want? What do you do now? Tell the truth and ask the robot for help or try to trick it? Or given a choice, ask the robot for help or trick the robot.
Oh, okay. Wait, so wait, did we use it? I didn't hear it. Right. Did we actually use the time traveling thing, whatever it's
No,
called?
we didn't use the time travel. The robot in the lab coat
Still
sees
has it.
us and aims his laser blaster at us and it demands to explain ourselves. And we have to choose whether to ask it for help or trick it.
I'm gonna. Okay, look, it's very smart, so I highly doubt it's gonna believe. If we trick it, I highly doubt it's gonna believe us. Ask for
And
help.
again, we tried telling the truth. We told the truth to the human and we survived, but I believe if we
Yeah.
tell the truth to the robot, then something else is going to happen.
Yeah. Good point.
Then again, we still have two more lives.
Yeah. I think we should lie. I mean, look, they're gonna like do something here. I know it. Let's just lie.
So we're going to trick it.
I guess. I mean, still, what choice do we have? Like, if we tell, if we ask for help, it's gonna shoot us either way. So,
All right, let's trick the robot.
hmm
You're sure you can trick the robot? After all, You're human, and he's just a machine. Please don't shoot me, you cry. I'm a visitor from the past. I'm only here to find my brother. The robot hesitates. It seems to be computing what you just said. Then it pulls back the trigger on its laser. I could prove it to you if you had better technology, you add. The robot's electric eye flashes angrily. Our technology has been perfected, it states. Too bad. You ha- you heave a big a big sigh. I mean, you well, it's the robot. Too bad. You heave a big sigh. I mean, you probably can't locate this time I left the present. The robot scuttles over. Oh wait, no, it's us. Sorry, this is too confusing. I mean, you probably can't locate the time I left the present. The robot scuttles over. When did you leave? It demands. I can find that. You tell the robot the exact day and time that you left Dr. Peoples' laboratory. The robot adjusts some controls. Then Dr. Peoples' laboratory appears on the large central monitor. Watch what happens on page 129. Alright, the robot fell for it. You can see yourself stepping into the chronoport. Then you hear Dr. Peoples say, one more thing. Remember to hold the buttons down for at least 5 seconds. That's exactly what you needed to hear. Now you know how to make the chronometer work, but you still can't find Denny. I don't believe your teletime machine really shows the past, you say. What? The robot roars. Dare you insult my machine? Its fingers move closer to the trigger. If it really works, you say quickly, then show me the present. The present? The robot cries. Yes, you nod. The scenes from the past could have been films or videotapes. If I see scenes from the present, I'll be- I'll believe the machine really works. Very well, the robot grumbles. But right afterward, I will take pleasure in vaporizing you. Any particular scene in the present? It adds sarcastically. You smile. Your plan is working. Turn to page 90. A red-haired boy is visiting the space station, you tell the robot. Can your machine find him? Of course, the robot says, twisting some dials. Denny's face ripples across the screen. He's crouched underneath a table that holds a large computer. As you stare at your brother, you realize the table is in this very room. Denny! You cry. You run toward the table. Denny is still huddled there, too scared to move or speak. Swiftly, you duck past the robot and under the desk. Now! The robot cries, coming after you, but you grab your brother's hand and press the top and bottom buttons on the chronometer. As Dr. Peoples instructed, you hold them down for 5 seconds. Travel to page 75. An instant later, you find yourself back into the laboratory at the Museum of Natural History. Welcome. Dr. Peebles looks relieved to see both you and Denny. How was your trip? Exciting, you say. Boring. Denny whines. He punches you. I'm hungry. You gaze at your brother with uh, exacerbation. You know that if it weren't for he would have disappeared forever. You think of everything you had gone through to save him. And for just a moment, you wonder if it was such a good idea. The end. So even though we did save Denny, he's still a little crap.
Yeah. Hmm.
What an ungrateful little prick.
Honestly, yeah, I agree.
I mean, we did save him, and we did get
Yeah.
back in time, so I consider this a good ending.
Yeah, I agree, but damn, he's. I wonder if there's an ending where he's actually thankful and he's rude, but he's thankful. You know what I mean?
No way. I don't believe he could be thankful. I think he's just a little crap.
Yeah, Sam. I mean, he did say like, "You ain't the boss of me," or like crap like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's always been so whiny throughout this whole adventure.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, if like I wouldn't like care. I mean, I wouldn't care if we just ditched him. I
I
mean, as long
mean,
as
to be fair, we would have a big grounding from our parents.
yeah, but look, I mean, he's a piece of crap. Like, come on. And we almost died. We literally almost died multiple times just to save his life. Like, come on.
Yeah,
And he's ungrateful.
we did die once from the
We,
suffocation and claustrophobia.
yeah, but like, you gotta remember before that we had like the T Rex. We also had
The robot
the
robot
yeah
school,
robot school captain. We had the rebel fight, whatever it's called, rebel
and the
creature.
robot teletime room.
Yeah. So basically, we died. We almost died 5 times if you don't count us getting suffocated in that one ending. Like, yeah, and he's still ungrateful. So like, I don't get it. Well, hey, look, at least we
Yeah,
won. We
yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure for TikTok You're Dead. Next time will be Lost in Stink Ice Swamp, which seems like we'll be going through some sort of swamp. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this adventure. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!
see you later.